recording, and then I'm going to go hit live here, and we are going to go live on Facebook so that everybody can see us. Now, once we're live, feel free to share to your page, your group, whatever.
How do I do that?
Once you're live, you can go in and you can share all you want. So we are live on Facebook. So hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to get all caught up with my phone to make sure that I can share it to as many places as we can. I'm Melissa Kretschler. I'm the host of Melissa's Monday Madness because Monday is my favorite day. It is the day that I'm pumped up. It's a first day of a new week, and the possibilities are unlimited. So today my guest is Leah Denir, and I hope I said that right.
Yes,
she's going to be talking to us about her business, how she got there, and the struggles that she faced to get there. So make sure that you tune in, make sure that you share. If you have any questions, I am literally just about to go pop on to Facebook to make sure that I'm keeping up with your comments and your questions. So Leah, tell me about Ladies of Light. Give a little introduction of who you are, what you do, and what Ladies of Light is while I get all this all set up.
Can you hear me okay, Melissa?
I can, yes.
Good. Okay. Yes, I'm Leah Denir. I'm the founder of Ladies of Light. I gave myself the title of spiritual journey facilitator and also a healer. I am attuned in Reiki 1 healing, which if you don't know what that is I'm able to channel energy, usually by means of my hands. And it helps in the healing process, mind, body, and also the soul. As far as being a spiritual journey facilitator, a facilitator is someone that makes things easier for others. So that is why I'm here. During my own spiritual journey, there's people that have helped me along the way that have opened my eyes to my own power, to my own purpose, and my own passion, as well as me researching and things myself to find out more about myself. So that's what I want to be to other women, and that's why I started Ladies of Light. I'm going to be the guiding light for other women to help them find their purpose and also their passion, and reconnect with the power that they have as well.
Absolutely. So that sounds amazing. Now I do have a couple questions about Ladies of Light itself. So in choosing the name Ladies of Light, was that because you want all of us ladies to be lighthouses in our own world? Like what is that metaphorically for you?
You actually kind of like hit it right on the money, to be our own beacon of light. I mean, to choose the word ladies, of course, that speaks for itself. As far as light, for us to illuminate our power, as women, what happens to us a lot of times is that we lose ourselves. We become mothers. We become all these titles that the world gives us, and we forget ourselves. And we have a light in us that we need to be able to shine. So that is why I chose Ladies of Light. We've got to step into that, all of us women, reveal that light again for everyone to see.
Absolutely. I totally love it. I think that's amazing. I love the name. I chose to just go simple with my name. So to see other people using different titles and different names, it really gives me a sense. Sorry, of course, we're snowed in today. So my oldest is home and they fight all the time. So with your title, I think it's amazing. I think that being able to identify your passion and to create a name for your business out of that passion is very, very informative. So I really love that. Now, don't forget, for anybody live tuning in, if you want to ask any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. I am watching on my phone as well so that we can all watch.
You know what? Am I supposed to be doing that, Melissa? Because I sure don't have Facebook Live but myself.
You don't have to. That's why I take care of it so that you can see it here. For anybody who isn't joining live, comment as well. You'll be able to find the link to the replay of this webinar on my website as well as on YouTube. So make sure that you stay tuned for that if you cannot watch live. Shh, just yelling at the cat. Okay, so now you have another title. You have your title of your business, but you also have title of what you do. Now with that, explain what that is and what, so with your title, you can explain who your ideal clients are, what do you offer them, like what, not just the transformation, but also what kind of things do you do to help them? So we've got your ideal clients, we'll talk about that. Okay. We'll talk about what they can expect from you, whether that's one-on-one coaching, group programs, worksheets, whatever it is that you may offer, and then what they can expect for their ending transformation.
Right. Okay. So, Ladies of Light, as of right now, I'm still in the beginning stages of everything. One of the very first things that I do offer is one-on-one consultations, where I do get to know my client and find out who she is, because a lot of the programs and things that I offer are very customized. It's not a one size fits all. So that's why in the initial meeting with my client, I ask them very intense questions so I can very strategically put together their package. Another thing that I have very recently gotten back into is music. I've always been very musically inclined. I used to play instruments myself. But one of the things that I have been studying along the way is the frequency of music and how it can actually be used to heal people. So a part of that as well is that I will be producing my own music that will be tuned to certain frequencies that will actually heal people according to what specific healing that they need. Also, I'll be putting together my own guided meditations along with the music that I produce myself as well. Reiki energy healing, of course, is going to be another thing that I offer to my clients. Law of attraction is one of my favorite things that a lot of people, what it is with law of attraction is that we have always used law of attraction. All of a sudden it has become like a thing, but all it is speaking things into existence, knowing that you have the power to create your reality. So throughout my connection with my clients, that is something that I will be emphasizing as well, that we create these certain situations that we're in, whether they're good or bad. And it also comes with a certain mindset and thought process that we should have. So along that, we'll be clearing limiting beliefs that help for more positive thinking about ourselves and about our situation, so that we can also create better outcomes for ourselves along the way. EFT tapping will be another thing that I will offer later on down the road. Is something that I am still researching myself. So as of right now, that's what I have for Ladies of Light. As far as who my target is, of course, we already said that it is women. Women is who I am focused on right now. Ladies who are people pleasers, ladies that are self-sabotagers, ladies that forgot who they were, and that they realized that these titles and these labels that the world and that society has given us, that we're nowhere near, we're not any of those things. We're actually whatever we say we are. We're not what they told us we were, or what we've been conditioned to think we are. Even our whole life and the whole concept of life and what we've been conditioned to think that it's supposed to be, is nowhere near that. There's a whole nother world out here. We weren't created to suffer and to not be able to follow our passions. We don't have to sit here and follow, God bless our parents. Our parents are there for a certain reason, and our teachers and really anybody who we come in contact with. All of these things, they happen for a reason. None of these things are coincidence. But along the way, it becomes really, really easy to only do things because somebody told you that you had to do that that's how it's supposed to go. And it's just not true. So for women that are ready to step out of that and are ready to step into their own, and ready to make their own I am whoever I am who I am, that's who Ladies of Light is for. I'm here to help them ask themselves the questions that they are afraid to ask themselves. And some of these questions are hard questions. It gets uncomfortable, and that's both physically and mentally uncomfortable sometimes to ask ourselves these hard questions. But it's like, I'm here to help you break through that fear, that fear of knowing who you are. We are going to get down to the very essence of you and break through what all these barriers that you really, a lot of times we've created them ourselves because of what other people have told us.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
I was even laughing with a friend, and we were talking about how they told us we were this and they told us we were that. And I was like, but wait a minute, who is this they? And really the they it's an illusion. We created the they isn't even there. That's the thing. So when we break through that, on that other side of fear is the life that we're actually supposed to have. That's where our passion lies. That's where our pleasure lies. That's where our power lies, is on the other side. So that's why Leah, the Ladies of Light, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help women break through that. Finally, it's our time right now. I know that for a fact. You know, not only is the whole world beginning to wake up or become woke, as they say, see, I use they right there. Everyone's beginning to wake up, but I really, really have this feeling in my heart that it's definitely time for women to step forward into their power. And just some women need just a little bit more help than others to reach in and be brave enough to say, you know, no, right now is my time. I am me, and I'm ready to do this for myself. We don't do things for ourselves anymore. We get so caught up, you know, and that's okay. We get caught up, you know, in being married and being mothers. We forget to take care of ourselves, and to not forget that there's a me in there. You're in there, and she deserves to be brought to the light. She deserves to be at the forefront of everything. We deserve to shine. So that's why Ladies of Light is here. That's why I do what I do.
Absolutely. I actually just went through this yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a psychic medium, and I'm a mindset coach, right? So a lot of what all of us do, whether you're a relationship coach, whether you're, you know, a finding yourself, whatever title you call yourself, whatever business you step into, women like us, we ask those hard questions because as normal individuals, we don't think of those questions. We don't think to connect. Yesterday I wrote actually Saturday I wrote my first ebook, and I'm going to be releasing that soon. Just gotta plug that in there. Now it's based on my past relationships, my past experiences, and what they taught me, and how I took those forward, and I was able to create the man of my dreams by understanding who I was, right? Not necessarily who he was going to be, but who I was and what I wanted to feel from that. So, but in that, I detailed out my most serious relationships. And I found that at a very early age, I became focused on sex equals love.
Oh
that
my God.
If I was found attractive, if somebody wanted me sexually, that was love for me. And I took that on, and I became a prostitute. I became an escort and all of these things, believing that I would be loved because I was sexually wanted. And that really brought that up for me. And I'm 70 pounds heavier than I've ever been. I've also had 3 children. And I sit here and I never wear makeup. I'm always wearing tank tops. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I look pretty, but I'm wearing a tank top, right? But I sat here today and normally I wouldn't wear any makeup. I wouldn't get all dressed up. I wouldn't make myself outwardly pretty. And it's because I wasn't feeling pretty. I was allowing what other people thought of me, or my perception of what other people thought of me, to control how I portrayed my own business, never mind my persona, right? So you've answered quite a few of my questions in that. I'm just going to comment on something that somebody's written in the comments.
Okay.
So Lori has said, hello, I carry a lot of pain from my past. My back hurts all the time. I do not feel like this. What can I do, please? Physical pain, depending on where it's located, obviously, if it's in your back, physical pain can be, from in my experience, can be past trauma. It can be blocks in our chakra system,
Yes.
energy that we're not releasing. Like if you've got colon problems, you've probably got shit that you're not releasing.
Right.
So, right, to be bluntly honest, you have to identify exactly when that started, what happened in your life when that started, and what it is in relation to. That's my perspective. Leah, what would you give her advice on that for?
You know, Melissa, you took the words right out of my mouth. Right off the bat, it sounds like something with one of her chakras. A lot of people don't even know what a chakra is, and that is also one of the things that I will be offering is chakra alignment, and making sure that those are in alignment. People also don't realize that emotional baggage that we're holding onto can actually manifest into physical diseases, illnesses,
Absolutely.
and also problems. So I would definitely, of course, this isn't professional doctor's advice. If this is something that's really been ongoing, I do suggest you do go to your regular doctor, because neither of us are doctors. But one of the other things that you can do is kind of dig deep within. There may be some energy there or something that you haven't let go of yet. Along my own journey, I have dealt with anxiety and also depression. And in my asking myself those hard questions that I said, that a lot of us are too uncomfortable to ask ourselves, I began to release that anxiety from myself. And it took a lot of crying, and it was physically painful, like a lot of shaking and things. But once you push past through that, you're going to feel a lot better. So I would say go ahead and check that out. Your back, what would that be?
She says childhood for sure. So definitely there's something to dig into there.
Right.
Lori, that I would suggest that you contact one of us, or if you know of a coach that you're interested in working with, even if it's not us, try to go and find those deep answers. Because
I was getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to say that. Contact one of us, definitely. And if neither of us can get you, can figure out what it is through what we know how to do, I'm sure one of us know another coach or another healer. I know some healers right off the bat. As soon as you said what your issue was, I knew who to send you to. So yeah, contact me or contact Melissa, and we'll get that squared away.
And all of Leah's contact information, her website, is it website or Facebook page?
Right now, it's just the Facebook page that I have, the Ladies of, if you type it in, it's www.facebook.com/Ladies of Light LOL. That makes me laugh every time I say that. But that's the easiest way to contact me right now.
And I'll have that information up on the website, on my website, and you can find all those links off my page here. Okay. You can find all of the links for her Facebook. I'll make sure those are up today. I don't remember if we had put those up before, so we'll make sure those are good to go. Okay, so we're not going to get into your story yet, because I think that's going to be closer to the end, because I know your story is very emotional, and it will cause possibly some triggers for other people listening to it. So what pumps you up? What gets you excited? Now, I am going to detail out here. I am booked. Melissa's Monday Madness is all the way up until July already. And I am totally booked up until July for Melissa's Monday Madness for guests. And every time, everybody on my guest list has to answer, and this is Leah's, has to answer a series of questions. Yes. And one of the questions that I constantly asked, and I've only had one person out of all of them, is what gets you pumped and excited? And every one of them has told me that it's been business related. So what gets you pumped and excited outside of your business? Because that's super important. We as healers, we as coaches and individual women who are trying to heal the world, we get so caught up in our business and in promoting our business and trying to teach the world that we forget to tell people what we like to do, what we do for downtime, what we do for fun, and, you know, even that if that's family time, because I know that you have a family.
Yeah.
So let's hear what gets you pumped and excited. What do you love to do?
You know, of course, the classic answer, and it's my answer. My kids, my kids, they're so funny. And the thing about it is, I'm still really young myself. I'm only 30, and then I have a 15-year-old, a 10-year-old, and then a 5-year-old. There's never a dull moment in this house. And then on top of that, I'm also a basketball mom, and they, you know, my sons play sports. My daughter, she does her own thing. So we're really, the four of us, we're really close knit. Like, they, you know, continuously make me laugh. They have a certain joy of life that's actually inspiring to me. It keeps me going. You know, we're always laughing. We're always cracking jokes on each other. So that's what sparks me. I mean, from the time we get up in the morning, even though it's a struggle in the morning, I still laugh when we get in the car. And then at the end of the night, it's the same thing. We'll all sit right here on this couch and we'll just chill. So, you know, I'm not really a go out person. I don't have to do anything. I find joy in what I have right here, right now. It can be something as simple as us chilling, making some cookies and watching Netflix for the night. You know, that's fun to me. That's cool to me. That's when I look at them and I'm like, this is what life is, you know, just, you know, being around love. You know, my kids, those are 3 people in my life that I know for sure love me unconditionally. And if nobody else in this world loves me, I know that those 3 definitely do. So outside of my business, it's the 3 of them. It's us against the world every time.
Which is wonderful.
They're my
That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah. Mine, not so much. Mine range from 16 to 4 this year, and the 16-year-old hates me. He doesn't even live with me anymore. He lives with his dad. Which I don't blame him. I totally don't. He went through his own stuff, and I wasn't enlightened. I wasn't doing this. And I sure as hell wasn't helping him on his own journey. So he followed a lot of my footsteps on the learning experiences that I went through at 15. He definitely started on that path when I did.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
With like my oldest son, you know, I had my oldest son when I was 15, and he's about at that age right now. And, you know, I'm talking to him, my family's talking to him, his father's talking to him. But my biggest thing with my children is I try not to force them to do anything. I want them to be their own person and to be confident in whatever it is that they decide to do. But I would definitely not want to force them into, you know, anything that doesn't sit right with their spirit.
Absolutely.
I don't see myself doing that. And that you know, that allows for good decision making to me later on down the road. You know, I'm just here to guide. And really the other thing people don't realize is that we're here to guide our kids, but they're actually here to teach us. That's the whole reason why our children are even born in the first place. They're here to teach us a lesson. Sometimes as parents, we need to be quiet and actually listen to them instead of telling them to be quiet all the time, because they actually have messages for us that's for our own involvement and growth.
Absolutely.
So I'm just here to guide my kids the best I can. I'm definitely not the perfect mom. I don't claim to be. I just do.
None of us are.
I do my very best.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still learning myself. I'm still trying to figure me out. And then at the same time, I'm trying to tell these 3, okay, well, y'all figure it out too. Ask me questions when you got them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I am with my kids. Yeah, just let them do
their
thing.
And honestly,
they can hate me if they want to. I don't care.
Once I started on this path, because I didn't necessarily start on this path, right? I was the angry, positive person who'd gone through, you know, a bunch of terrible shit growing up.
Right.
And I didn't think about that with my kids. Like I didn't, my oldest daughter is 9 this year, and she goes to a Catholic school. And in going to the Catholic school, I don't personally believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I believe in the universe, and I believe in spiritual woo, obviously, being a psychic intuitive medium. But I don't believe in God and the Bible, and that's not me and my learning. But she'll come home and she'll be like, Mom, I talked to God today. And I'm like, right on. Like, let's go. What did you talk about? Right. And I support her fully in that. She asked me a question a few weeks ago about God. And I said, well, that's all what you decide. Like, you're going to decide. If you believe in God, then you believe in God. And I had to give her that lesson on, I'm not trying to tell you not to believe in God. You can't tell me to believe in God, right? Like I went to Sunday school. I went to Sunday school. I, did all of that, and I made my own choice as an adult, right? I felt uncomfortable in church. And it wasn't because I was evil or bad or any of those stereotypes. It's because I live by my own rules. Yes, I follow the law, moral compass, all that fun stuff. But I follow my rules. So I'll take meditation from Buddhism. I'll take smudging from Native American culture. I'll, whatever resonates with me and whatever brings me joy is what I'll bring to my followers and into my world. So that's really a huge lesson I found with them.
For me, the Christian foundation is definitely there. But along my own spiritual journey, there's some things that I was taught as the truth. And even right now, I look at it like, your truth is going to be your own truth. Whether you believe in God or not, that's going to be entirely on you. And what I keep telling everybody is that I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm not here, just like you said, to tell you to believe in God or to not believe in God. That is entirely your choice. But what I am here to do is to love and to accept each and every person for who they are, no matter what their difference is. I'm not going to sit here and preach to nobody. That's what I'm not going to do. But I am going to be here to love you no matter what, unconditionally.
Yeah. On top of being a mindset coach for me, I'm also an intuitive coach. I don't advertise it as much as being a mindset coach. But for people who are interested in building their intuition, following their spiritual path, opening up their abilities, if you have psychic gifts, intuitive gifts, or mediumship gifts that you'd like to open up, I actually have a group program for that as well, where I teach everybody to open themselves up to their own spirituality without actually telling them what it is. So it's all about building your own intuition. You want to believe in God and angels? Absolutely. I'll tell you about them because I do know about them, and I'll tell you about them, and you can go and make your own choices on what your capabilities are. I find there's too many programs and groups and courses where it's like, oh, you have to do it this, and this way. Well, no, it's not. I build my programs completely on finding yourself, right? And that's why you and I think, clicked right away, is because it's all about finding who you are internally rather than what other people are telling you should be.
Right. Spirituality to me has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with organized religion. Spirituality it's personal. It has everything to do with you. Now, whatever you decide you believe in, like I said, that's entirely, your thing. But spirituality is personal. It's what feels good to you. If you want to do a mixture of, because I sage, I keep sage here, and when I feel negative energy, I sage the hell out my house.
Get that shit out of here.
on crystals and crystal healing and all of that good stuff. And it's, like I said, it's what feels good to you. What sounds good. Oh, I see. What resonates with you. I have carnelian right now sitting next to me.
I actually made these.
Oh, I didn't know you make jewelry.
Yeah, what? I do. I have like a whole huge section over there of, like, literally, if you can see behind me, just over to the right. well, to me, it's to my right. That entire section of totes is all crystals for crystal jewelry and tarot deck cases. And I'm dropping my computer now that I moved it. Terrible.
Together, Melissa, get it together.
Apparently. All right, so we're just going to check if anybody has any questions. Absolutely, feel free to throw them up. I know that I've got a few questions left for Leah. If you've got any questions, if you want to share this video, share the content, we'd love for you to share it. Sharing is caring, which really makes me feel guilty saying that. If you find value, share. That's better. If you find value in our teachings or in what we do, or if you think that you've got anybody in your life and family that would benefit from mindset coaching, finding out who you are, and Ladies of Light, because I really love that name, make sure that you are sharing stuff up. So I'm just going to go look. What's smudging? So I'm hoping I'm not butchering this name. Imandra yes. Griffin. So smudging. Smudging is you take sage, and normally you'll find sage in a sage stick. I would show it to you, but I'm not getting up off my chair because I'm like pajamas halfway down. That's a sage stick right there. Normally what you would do in my practice, I would take the sage stick, I would light it with a match, wait for some embers to start smoking. Make sure that the flame itself goes out because you don't want to smudge with a flame. I have a custom made feather that I use when I'm smudging, and I will say a thanks. A lot of people will say a prayer or a mantra or a blessing while they're saging their house. And in that, you're waving that smoke and that positive energy and removing any toxins, any toxic energy, or any toxic beliefs or thoughts that you've got built up in your house and specifically for yourself. When I'm saging myself, I actually have a marble container that I use. It's a marble ashtray that I specifically bought for when I'm smudging. It's heavy as fuck though. And I will take both my hands and, like I said, a mantra, and I will brush all of that smoke all over me so that I'm cleansing that negative energy. So that is saging. You can use scented incense. You can also use, Palo Santo. Smudge sprays are really good. If you're not capable of having smoke in your home, you can use smudge sprays. There's also chakra sprays. Just throw that out there. I've seen those already. Yeah, I need one of those for I don't need one for my car, but maybe an office space, I'd need one of those. I'm just double checking. Let's see. I love to smudge. It grows all around me. Free, grateful, takes away negative energy, sage. Absolutely, Lori. Saging is wonderful, and it cleanses. It makes you feel fresh and yes. Clean. Yes. So I use it for my new moon and full moon rituals as well. I know that Leah does because I've yes. seen some of those videos. Yes. Very similar. Yes. Okay, so to move on, let's talk. Do you have anything upcoming that you want to share with any of the viewers? If not, that's fine. Just figured I'd throw that out there.
Yes, I do have a cord cutting series that I'm working on right now. It is going to come in like a classroom type format. It's about etheric energy cords and how we use them, how they even come to be. A lot of people don't know that these energy cords exist through conversation, through relationships that we have with people, and that some of them are actually really strong to the point that they take energy away from us. I'm in the last stages of creating the course. So it will be available on not only my personal Facebook page, but I will also, of course, include the link for it on my business page as well. The first module of it, I am allowing everyone to view it for free, completely free. So they'll be able to see how the class is set up. The class will also come with corresponding worksheets as well. And then if it's something you're interested in, module 2, 3, and 4 will be available as well. I haven't figured out my pricing yet on it. Of course, all of that will be, all that information will end up being on my business page as soon as I'm done. I'm hoping to be done within the next week or so. So I've been working on it, but I'm a perfectionist, so I keep starting.
That's dangerous.
Yes,
That's dangerous in our field.
And redoing. So
yeah,
so that's what's coming next. And then also locally, I'll be doing an actual cord cutting workshop for women that are actually in my area. So that's coming really soon. And then I am starting a group for young ladies ages 5 through 12, where I will be teaching them the power of I am. So it's going to be teaching them self-confidence, self-worth, self-love, and instilling positive affirmations into our younger ladies so they grow up with that. So that's coming as well.
So we have a question. Is that going to be online or local?
The cord cutting, both. So locally, there will be an actual cord cutting workshop that's coming up.
Okay.
That's going to be in April. And then you also will have the cord cutting class that'll be available online for purchase. But like I said, the first module of it, I am giving that away for free.
Absolutely. Sounds amazing. So Willard says hi.
Hi.
He's commenting saying, that's my sister.
That's my brother.
So I figured I would let you know because I know that I'm the one watching on Facebook. So I figured you'd let you know you got some support going on here.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty here.
Okay.
What is your story? What got you involved in doing this? My cat's hungry. What got you involved in this? Like, what was your transformation? Well, that is so weird. My computer made it look like there was something on my bathroom door.
Yeah.
What transformation, like what did you experience? What negative trauma? Because whenever any of us go through stuff like this and become empowered women and empowered business owners, women or male or female, normally there's some sort of trauma that will open up that door for us. So what happened with you? What is your story? What drove you to helping other women find out and really love who they are?
Right. So growing up, I had a okay childhood. There were some things that had happened that I lacked a certain self-confidence in myself and felt like I wasn't worthy of love. Later on, like I had said, I ended up being a teen mom. I was only 15 when I got pregnant with my son. And it was also like what you said about yourself. I was looking for love, and I began to equate love with the action of sex. So, in thinking, okay, when this act is happening, this is what love is, because I really had no idea what love was. Later on down the road, I end up having more children. And one child in particular was very, very special, and that is Michaela. And it would be remiss of me to not mention her during this Facebook Live, because she is actually the soul of Ladies of Light. Kyla was born when I was 23 weeks pregnant. And so many times, once she was born, we kept being told that she was not going to make it, or that everything was touch and go. And Kyla's resilience in that is so inspirational and motivational. To constantly be told that you can't do something, and to look at somebody and them say, no, I'm going to do this because I'm destined to do this and I'm supposed to be here. That's what Michaela did. And that is the lesson that she taught me even, is to continue to be resilient, even though life throws you these curveballs over and over and over, and it keeps knocking you down, and people keep knocking you down, and people keep telling you that you can't do something. Like, my thing is that when someone tells you that you can't do something, they actually mean that they can't do something. We're not here to sit here and become or only do what they tell us we can do. And Makayla was constantly able to push through. And Kyla ended up passing away on her first birthday. And that is really, really sad for some, but I actually find joy in that. And I pull strength through that. My daughter, her entire life came full circle. And I think she knew what her impact was going to be for anybody that knows Makayla Carter's story. Makayla smiled through every single thing that life threw at her. She showed this world so many times over and over again that she was supposed to be here. And ladies of light, when it comes to women and us knowing our purpose and knowing our power, you are supposed to be here. And there is a reason that you are here right now. And so Makayla keeps coming back. I keep seeing Kyla. And also I recently went to the Reiki course. And like I told you earlier, I don't believe in coincidences anymore. There was a gentleman there who, his name is Jeremiah, and he's probably watching. He's very in tune with vibration. And in meeting him, he was able to let me know that Kyla was there, which he didn't know that I had already knew she was there at our class. Since then, Kyla has been the connection between the me and Jeremiah. He's the business partner of mine. And people won't look at it like this, but it's a miracle that she would choose him to speak to me and to give me the message. And he actually reassured me about Ladies of Light. And that reassurance came through Makayla. So what you think is something hard and something that you cannot get through actually ends up being your saving grace. And that is what Makayla was for not just me, other members of my family, other people that know her story. She is a beacon of light. She is a strength. She exuded. Kyla was truly an angel here on earth, truly. And not to say that my other children are not angels, but there was something very particular about Makayla that anybody that came in contact with her, they felt this. And she
had a lesson to teach.
Yes. And that was her mission. That was why she was here. So that's what it's all about. You know, yes, death is sad. Death is sad, but that's the physical death. You know, our energy still continues on even once we're gone. That's why when I say that I feel her, that's true. Her energy is still very much so present. And now that I've taken my spiritual journey and I'm more in tune with energy and more in tune with vibration, I can feel her a lot more and know that that is very much so true. Her message is very clear. And that is through whatever life throws at you, you're supposed to smile and learn the lesson through it and keep going. It's too, especially with law of attraction, everybody thinks, okay, we're supposed to just always have what we want. There's no lesson in that. You're going to have to work on it. And every lesson that you learn, every lesson that you have to learn is for your own elevation. It's for you to be elevated and for your own soul to learn and continue to elevate while it's here during this lifetime. So, like I said, it would be remiss of me to not mention that little girl. Because that
I
is the most traumatic
absolutely love
thing I have ever been through in life. And really, that should have been the thing to destroy me. It really should have. But if anything, that is the thing that makes me as powerful as I am right now. That's what has given me the strength to continue to push through whatever life gives me. I'm not finished.
That's what woke you
I'm
up.
still here myself for a reason. And Kyla definitely showed me that she was done as far as her mission right now. Yes. And that is why she left the way she left. Her mission was completed, just as simple as that. We're all here on a mission. But the biggest thing that she taught everybody was how to love, and how to love unconditionally. And that is exactly what every single one of us are supposed to do. It's not about anything else. It's not about money. It's not about a career. It's not about your likes on Facebook. It's not about none of that nonsense.
Are you
It's definitely about love.
okay? So based on your story, are you a victim?
No.
I love it. So one of my biggest teachings, and this is what I do in my coaching, is every negative thing that we go through is a lesson. And
Yes.
out of that negativity comes the brightest fucking star you can imagine to light your life up. If you sit down, you've lost a child. That's unimaginable. There is nobody other than an empath or somebody who's already lost a child. That is the number one pain point in life. Life is losing a child. Now, you've gone through that. You've experienced that. And experiencing that, you used that pain. You used that trauma to create space and love and understanding for others who have lost their way, because you didn't lose your way losing your daughter. You gained the knowledge out of how to be the best possible version of yourself, the best mother, the best friend. You know, you've already done that. And as far as I'm concerned, and I say this in my new book, I say this on my website, the only guarantee we have in life is death. That is the absolute only guarantee. And if we live the rest of our lives fearing that death, then we're not living. We're not living for the moment. We're not living for the love, the lessons, the understanding, the learning that we're going to get by being here, by being our true individual, intuitive, inner being, light fucking balls of energy, because that's exactly what we are, right? So I really appreciate you sharing your story. That's a hard story to share, but for people who have been there, for people who think that their life is terrible and who are living in a victim mentality, they're going to see you've gone through one of the worst pains anybody can go through, and you've made something of it. You learned that lesson. You moved through. And that's what it means. You can't have a positive life without having the negative. You have no basis of comparison. You can't, if you're sitting, my biggest thing is, if you're sitting at a bar and somebody starts punching you in the face, are you just going to sit there and take it and be like, oh, I need to be more positive, and the law of attraction, right? Because people abuse the law of attraction. They're like, oh, the law of attraction is just going to make it so this person stops. Well, no, I'm going to allow my negative side, my shadow side, to raise up, get angry, and kick that person's ass, because they're not going to stop, right? Same thing. You can allow that negativity to build by ignoring it, by not finding the lesson, and then everything else in your life becomes crap. You didn't allow that. You focused on the positive. You focused on the love that little girl brought to your world and her lesson. That's huge. Absolutely huge. So I appreciate you sharing that with me and with everybody viewing, because a lot of people need to hear that. I did a blog post on victim mentality. You're not a victim as in the moment, you're a victim. Only in that moment. Once that victimization is over, you're just living in a victim mentality, which
Right.
becomes enabling, excusing, an excuse, like it's you use it as an excuse and a crutch,
Right.
and you chose to turn that around.
Right.
So I'm proud of you, and I know that a lot of other people are probably super proud of you. You're a kick-ass mother. You are a beautiful, amazing, talented business owner, and I wish you nothing but the best with
Thank
Ladies
you,
of Light,
Melissa.
because
Thank
you
you so
deserve it.
much.
You deserve to know who you are, which you already
Yes.
do,
Yes.
and rock that world. And I
Yes.
think that any woman who works with you to find out who they are, because women are going to want to work with you after they've had trauma. Women are going to want to work with you when they've been so absolutely focused on being a wife, being, this corporate 9 to 5. You're going to transform their lives and make it so that they can take their power back.
Yes.
Another one of my favorite sayings, own your power, because
Yes.
only you can.
Yes. I love that, Melissa.
So we have Lee, who is actually one of my clients, and I totally adore her. She says, losing her daughter taught her that she's a survivor and that the other side exists. She brought faith. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
So that's it. Your message is going to touch other people. Your message is going to bring that awareness of just how truly precious and loving life can be, regardless of the traumas that we face.
Correct. Absolutely
So
right.
I am
Absolutely.
super excited about that. Now, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers, or you'd like to ask me, anything that you'd like to promo or plug? If anybody else has any other questions or comments for either Leah or myself, please make sure that you post them. If you're watching the replay, then you can also still comment, and I will still respond, because it's on my business page, so I kind of have to. But no, I'm kidding. I absolutely will. I love the interactions. So make sure that you are commenting, sharing. Lori says, so empowering today. Glad I met you ladies today. Love and light. We're getting lots of comments now. Willard says, she has come a long way, and I just want her to know that I'm always in her corner. And that's amazing. Family love, that gives you
I love you much. You know I do.
The feels, right? You're just like,
yes, right here.
Yes. I'm all tearing up and like, Willard, come on, I'm wearing makeup for the first time.
Right?
Don't make me cry. Okay? No. Amandra says, I am so excited for your classes and workshops. We'll be telling my sisters about the local classes for them and my niece. So very amazing. Yes. Amandra, absolutely. Contact Leah, make sure that you're in contact with her, and that you're getting that information firsthand, because I won't be able to bring you that information. So
I got it. Something I forgot. So I am creating a corresponding Ladies of Light Facebook group. Everybody's invited to join. I am still kind of getting it all together, but that's also going to be where I post a lot of stuff. I'll be going live in my group, about different topics and things. That's where everyone will be able to keep up with my workshops that I'll be having on the local level, all of my classes and things. So it'll be a lot more in-depth than just my Facebook business page, because I'll be able to interact more with the ladies that are going to be a part of that group.
You already have the group set up, right?
Yes, I do. So I just haven't started putting anything in it.
I'm going to go in right now. I'm trying to find it right now.
I don't even know what the main picture looks like. I don't remember.
And it's Ladies of Light, right?
Ladies of Light.
You know what I'll do is, I have a Facebook group, Leah has a Facebook group. So what we'll do is, we will, on the comment thread, I will make sure that I post in the comments of this video right here, I'll post the comments of your group, my group, so that anybody who's interested and can come in there, interact. Absolutely share your group as well as your business page into my Facebook group on my business page for all of my viewers to take advantage of. And yeah, so if anybody else has any questions, thank you for joining us. Leah, absolutely. Thank you for joining me.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very humbled. I'm so appreciative. Thank you.
You are very welcome. All right, guys. Well, much love. I think we're going to let you go. My kids are actually quiet, shockingly, because they're never quiet. So much love, guys. Have an amazing, amazing Monday. Monday madness, because Monday's the best day of the week. It's a fresh new week. So make something of it. Talk to you later, Leah. And for everybody else, have an awesome day. Much love and positivity sent your way.
Love and light, everyone. Namaste.
Bye.
Bye-bye.